A new era in called wrestling has begun. Welcome, one and all, to the Extraordinary Wrestling Association. We are live here on YouTube. And we begin with an appearance from the owner of the company, 3X at ringside, and this is the president and CEO of the XWA, Carmella Blackheart. And I have to tell you, she is very excited about this new era in the annals of the XWA. Boy, just look at her. Gotta love that dress. Wouldn't you love to have a boss that looks this good? Yeah, you could only be so lucky. She's out here to address the fans and introduce everyone, including all you viewers here, to the new look of the XWA. Yes, indeed, you will be seeing veterans and newcomers alike. But wait a second. Hold on. That is the music, and that is billionaire Brock Bentley, ladies and gentlemen, making an uninvited appearance here. What the heck is he doing here? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking there. Always warm and sociable, isn't Brock Bentley? You could probably guess just from the look of him that this is a guy who is pretty high on himself. But then again, he's got the money to back up almost anything he says. Pretty bold statements, though. And Carmella Blackheart's laying down the law here. And apparently she's giving Bentley what he wants. Main event. And not just a main event, but a main event against John Payne. The evolution of combat in action against the privileged one, billionaire Brock Bentley. That's going to be an interesting main event. And now a standoff in the ring here. Well, that's going to be the main event. But we're going to open things up with some brand new talent. Fresh on the scene. A singles match to open up the YouTube era of the XWA. Rison versus the newcomer, Adrian Aries. And the fans now anticipating the arrival of the man who calls himself the rising star of the XWA. Rison, dancing his way down to the ringside area. Don't let his appearance fool you, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is a talented competitor. The former XWA Intercontinental Champion. Of course, he lost the title in a fatal 4-way elimination match that was won eventually by Union King, who still holds the belt to this day. And the question is, for Rison, what is his next step? Is he going to try to regain the Intercontinental Championship, or will he try to reach greener pastures and maybe make a run for the XWA World Championship? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. He's got all the talent to be able to do whatever it is that he wants in the ring. And speaking of talent, here's a talent that we are going to be seeing for the very first time here on XWA or anywhere, really. The debut appearance of the rookie, if you can call him that goes by the name of Adrian Aries. And just from outward appearances, this man looks like he is an intense individual, making his way down to the ringside area, water bottle in hand. You can see the tattoo on his collarbone. I don't know if you can read it, but it says, "Reap what you sow." A man with that type of attitude is certainly one who is going to try to make an emphatic statement in a place such as the XWA, where the gamut of talent is so great that you have to be something special in order to make the big time. He's got the look, I'll give you that much. Look at the raw intensity in this man's eyes. This is a guy who is all business. And I hope that Jesse Rison is ready for a match here. Rison has always been one of the more carefree and charismatic competitors in the XWA, but Adrian Aries, this man looks like he's ready for a fight. And the match begins with a collar and elbow tie-up, side headlock now by Aries, and just like that, backbreaker, driving the knee into the spine of Jesse Rison. Oh, nifty little spin kick right there, showing off a bit of athleticism. Now a side arm lock. Snapmare and a kick right to the small of the back by Rison. Now Rison from behind cinches in a full Nelson, or maybe not. Aries breaks that hold and they go into a collar and elbow top again. Both men feeling each other out. Another collar and elbow. And now Aries takes the offensive. Yank to the arm there. Side headlock now. And Rison retaliates with a move to the arm himself. And a capoeira style kick. And there's nothing fancy about that. Knuckles right to the skull by Adrian Aries. And an immediate follow-up by Rison with a clothesline. If this is what you call a feeling out process, chop block right there by Aries. This is definitely going to wind up being a fight here, ladies and gentlemen. Big shot there by Rison, taking the man down. These guys are throwing bombs to start this match. Neither man is pulling his punches. And a big time scoop power slam there by Adrian Aries, showing off some of that strength. And Rison showing off some of his technical ability there. Nicely done back suplex. Shots now by Aries, countered by Rison, and now front headlock and more shots. 3 of them in succession. Wicked combination right there by Aries. And Aries now with a side headlock, another yank to the shoulder, trying to slow the man down. Oh, no score on that move there by Rison. And Aries makes him pay. Another backbreaker, butterfly this time. Side headlock now by Rison, Irish whip to the corner. And no score on the drop kick afterwards. This guy, Adrian Aries, as he takes a inverted neck breaker and a lung blower right there, Rison building momentum. But Aries, he seems to be very judicious with his offense. Kind of like an old school approach, just pure smash mouth wrestling. There goes an innovative neck breaker right there. Probably the most flashy move we've seen from Aries so far in this match. Just straight up wrestling by this guy. Nothing fancy. That's the total opposite of Jesse Rison's style, of course. Very much athletic, flamboyant, and somewhat unorthodox is Jesse Rison. And there goes some serious offense being exploited by Aries. T-bone, knee drop, and then some old school shots right to the face while the man is down. Throwback there to retaliate. And a code blue by Rison. And now a jumping snapmare by Rison. Just tandem succession wrestling being executed by both competitors here. Another scoop slam now. And back on the ground and pound is Adrian Aries. No nonsense with this guy. Tried to go for another one of those combinations, but Rison blocks the kick. Counter now to a side headlock. And a face buster by the Rison star. Jesse Rison now takes the back. Delivers another lung blower. And now drives Aries' arm into the mat. But Adrian Aries quickly gets back to his feet. Front headlock now. Elbow right to the face. And his finishing maneuver. He calls that the hammer of Aries. And follows up with some hammers of his own. Now a pin. 1. Only gets a 1 count. Gonna take a little more to keep a man like Rison down. Well, that might just do it right there. Hard clothesline. And instantly we see the effects of that shot. Another neck breaker by Rison, who is now clutching his head after that sick clothesline. And now a little 5-knuckle shuffle by Rison. Fist right to the forehead. That one had some effect. And a ghetto blaster. That one had its effect on Aries now, who is clutching his head. Oh, a thumb to the eye. Spine buster. Wow, that was sudden. What's he gonna do now? A second hammer of Aries. Oh my, that was just out of nowhere in a cover. 2, 3. And Adrian Aries is successful in his debut match here in the XWA. But it was not an easy win. Jesse Rison was game the whole way through. Back and forth action throughout the entire match, but this right here was a difference maker. What a spine buster. And then he follows that up. Shot to the groin and the hammer of Aries. Drilling Rison's head, the top of it, right onto a mat. And it's pretty academic from there, ladies and gentlemen. And now Aries celebrating in the middle of the ring, but refuses to have the referee hold his hand up in victory, choosing to hold them up himself. just exuding pure intensity as he revels in his first XWA victory, the first of what may very well be many in his career. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to go to our first commercial break. We will be back with more action shortly.